and come live. Oh, I might have to put my top on. I wonder what that was behind me. Instagram, let's go live. Not very good at this. Live, that's it. I might try putting you up there. Morning, everybody. I forgot to do it yesterday. I was that busy. I just forgot. I'm going to see. My phone case is literally on its way. That's not a very good view, is it, Instagram? I think I can turn you around. There I go. Oh. Move that to there. Right then. How is everybody? God, I've got Instagram coming on already. Good morning. Let's have a look. Mark, Willow, Catherine, Debs, Donna. It's really hard to see the names on Instagram, but hello anyway. Oh, look at all these on Facebook. And how's YouTube doing? Laura Thompson. Laura's got a gold medal. She'll be delighted. Sarah Louise Johnson has got a silver. And Linda Blanks has got a bronze. People ask, what do you do to get a gold medal? You're just the first three to comment, you know, not just to come on, but to literally comment. Oh, while I'm waiting, don't mind me, just put my lippy on. Oh, I was having my drawers all over the place. I've not even had a wash. I've not even had a wash yet and put my lippy on. Oh, come on, right. I don't like to get you too far down. Oh, you know that picture put on my stories of the door with all my chins like that. We've all got them, haven't we? You try and hide your chins, but, you know, they get bigger as you get older. But, so let's have a look. Hi, Ali. Hi, Linda. Hi, Christine. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Michelle. A few hellos. Hi, Penny. Hi, Eve. Sorry if I missed anybody out. So, how is everyone? Yes, I didn't do it, and I forgot to put the link on already because people are asking how do they join the wait list for the tribe. There's a link. I'll shove it on after this. But what I wanted to talk, because it's opening at the end of this month. I'll know next week exactly. You can tell I've cancelled my big launch, can't you? And it's nice because it means I can do stuff like this, because I like doing stuff like this. And just talk about all sorts. So, but it is opening just for 2 days only. There'll be a few emails going out and I'll be mentioning it on here and that's it, but nothing else. No big fancy big pants launch. So I'll just go, anybody want to come in? Because I don't think it'll be open again till April next year, which will be our 4th birthday of the membership. Can't believe the tribe will be 4 years on. We've still got members in who've been in from the beginning. I tell you, and then people come and go. It'd be like a gym. You know, you get people who come in January, don't you, faff about for a bit and then go. That's just human nature. And then you get people who come and think, do you know what, I'm really going to make a change. And I love it. The members that you don't hear a lot from. You know, you get some members who really get involved and are really vocal on the Facebook group. And then you get some members who come in, they might introduce themselves and they're just behind the scenes. They won't come on a live. They might watch it on catch up. They'll go into the members area, do all the stuff. And they just completely change the way they are. And then they'll put a post on about 6 months later saying they've lost 2 stone and they've watched every video and they've done all the stuff. And it's not a diet. It's just the best feeling when you see posts like that. So we have a big mix of all different sorts of members. It's wonderful. But it's opening at the end of the month, just for 2 days. So what do I want to talk about today? Right, I've always wanted to join a membership that's like mine, that I don't run. I get quite envious of the members in my membership because for the price they pay, they get a ridiculous amount of stuff and support and motivation, inspiration. And I've often said to Sam, I said, I'd love to find a membership that's like mine, but I haven't found one. But I am doing a 28-day course at the moment with somebody I respect hugely, Andy Ramage, who I call him Andy Ramage. I'm sure it's Ramage. He's just trying to be posh. He was the co-owner of 1 Year No Beer, and he's not done that for about 18 months. He's just doing a personal development 28-day, just a one-off course. So it's not a membership. And I'm really enjoying it. And it is like, honestly, listening to the stuff that I deliver, that I talk about, and he delivers it in a very similar way, just a really down to earth, way with a bit of humour. And it's great. And it's just been nice reminded of the stuff, because I know a lot of what he's talking about, obviously. But it's like being a painter and decorator, presume. They usually tend to have the worst houses because that busy focusing on everybody else's. So it's just really reminded me to refocus and getting you down to your number one goal. I mean, do you even have a focus? Do you? Or do you do your goals at the beginning of the year like everybody does? I never bother. New Year's resolutions. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to learn to dance. I'm going to write a book. I've said that one, haven't I? But I am writing it. I'm about a quarter of the way through it. But it's just a bit on hold at the moment because I'm just not been feeling great in myself. I know Laura's got a medal. She's delighted. She says, put your name on the wait list. Says, you'll never regret it. Try Bizet on my lurker, and it's brilliant. She's a top class lurker, is Laura, but she's brilliant, honestly. So, yes. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed every bite of your cake. Oh, I do. I love a bit of, I'm not a massive cake fan. I love ice cream. I'll enjoy every bit of that. But yeah, the focus, and it's really made me focus on why I've stopped writing my book. It's because I'm not feeling amazing in myself. I'm feeling all right in myself. In the lockdowns, lost 1.5 stone in the first lockdown. Then I put it all back on in the second lockdown because I injured my back and I couldn't move and I emotionally ate. And then I've lost about half of it again. And I'm just sat in a that'll do sort of frame of mind. And everything's sort of that'll do. So it's all right. Could be worse. And jeans are a bit tight. Not really liking wearing them. But I feel quite good even when I get dressed up. And, I don't hate myself for anything. And it has such a knock-on effect on everything when you just feel all right. And when you feel shit, that has a real negative effect on everything. So I don't feel crappy, because I'm still moving my body. I'm still drinking my water, I'm not really counting it though, but I roughly have about 1.5 to 2, I reckon, a day, because the amount of times I fill it up, which I could do better on that. And so things just start. So I'm doing my running 3 times a week. I eat well most of the time. Sometimes I eat shit, and that's all right. So I just feel I'm a bit, and I've decided, this has made me realise, I know I do this before, and I usually get myself going, but it's been nice listening to somebody else and being inspired. So it's they're really focusing on goals at the moment. Oh, that old chestnut. So you write them all down. So I've got my book, and you just write loads of them. I want to write a book. There can be massive goals. I want a house on the south coast, Did you know that? Yeah. I want to be a contestant. Do you know what one of my goals is? Dare I tell you? I mean, to drink 3 litres of water a day, that's a to-do goal. That's a quick goal that you can sort out straight away. I want to go to Santa Monica. I want to go to the Big Sur Bridge in California. I've never fancied America until I watched Big Little Lies, and I just want to go across that bridge. One of my goals, and he said, and I know I've done this before, this exercise before with myself, you can be as outlandish as you want. There's no rules. They're called bloody dreams, pipe dreams even. I want to be a contestant on Strictly Come Dancing and dance with Aliash. That's what I want. But it is a bit worrying because I'll be one of the old women now, won't I? You forget that you're older than you are. I thought I'd turn up and be a bit like Abby Clancy. And I'm not. If I ever got on Strictly, I'll be more like Debbie McGee. And that's a fact I've got to face. I'm aging. So, but never mind. And he'll probably think, I don't want the old bint. I don't want the old bint. But how am I going to get on there? Well, I've got to write my book because I want to do it. I want it to do really well, even though that makes me shit myself. Literally, the nerves. That's why I don't write it, because I'm scared of it being a success rather than a failure. I want to get on Chris Evans' breakfast show because I love his breakfast show, the Virgin Radio, to promote it, and I'm aligned with a lot of his values. I want to get on Rongon's podcast, Joe Wicks's podcast, and then I might get enough of a Z-list thing that I might get on Strictly. And if I don't, I'm just going to write to them and say, look, why can't you just have a real person? Why do they always have to be celebs? So I might try that tack, but there's always a way. Oh, Marie, you want me to go on catchphrase? Oh my, I'd stress far too much. Well, do you know what, Marie? I think I'll stick with my original goal of Strictly, if you don't mind. But I'll be on in for a penny, in for a pound next. Oh, oh, look at that, Sharon. How good is that? I joined the tribe. I'm gonna have to put that one on. I joined the tribe last March and I loved it, but left after 3 months through work commitments. But I've kept up with steps, water, exercise, feeling great. Changed my life. Look at that in 3 months. And that's the thing, Sharon. You don't have to be a lifer like some of them are in there. I mean, some of them I'll never get rid of. Will I, Marie? And it's lovely. And some they come and go. Sometimes they engage, sometimes they don't. You know, it's wonderful. Thank you, Sharon. And it just shows you can just do it for 3 months. You can do it for a month. But go on catchphrase. Would you like to go on catchphrase? Would you? Say what you see. Say what you see. Yeah. So there's some of my goals, but it's all about getting them down to one specific. Because I read a brilliant book. I'll get at you. Wait there. Don't go anywhere. And just go into this next room. Don't go anywhere. I think it's here. It's yellow. It's yellow. The one thing. Joe read this twice. I read it. It got a bit confusing, but I got the gist of it. And this is when this made me start writing my book again every morning at 7 a.m. The one thing. Don't ask me what it is. If you ask me in the comments what's the book, I'm going to purposely ignore you because I'm showing it you. It's by I forget his name. Gary Keller, The One Thing. And his ethos is that you just focus on one thing. The trouble is, how many times have you said, right, I want to start meditating, I want to start running, I want to start eating well, I want to go to bed early, I want to not press the snooze button, I want to learn language, I want to play the piano, and I want to go and do that thing with my friends, and none of them get done. I've been saying I want to read in the middle of the day as a sort of work break, but personal development books. I've got so many books like this. This was a replacement because it was good. Joe took the other one, so I just bought it again, just in case you're thinking I haven't read it. Any of you Hawkeyes got it? Does not very well read. Well, I'm telling you, that's why. So I've got loads of books like this that I want to read, and literally 2 years has passed, and I read the odd one. But I want to read more, but I don't make time for it. I don't prioritize it. I don't focus on it. I don't focus. So that's one of my main focuses. So I've come up with all my goals. What is it do I want to do? Do I want to write my book? Do I want to do more reading? Do I want to learn to play the piano now that Joe and Nancy have left and I miss hearing it in the house? The only way I'm going to do it is play it myself. And I want to learn more than chopsticks. But you end up doing nothing. It all becomes overwhelming. So when I started writing my book again in the spring and summer, I read this and literally I got up every morning and the first thing I did at 6 a.m. for an hour was write my book Monday to Friday. And literally I got a whole stage written. It's all of the success path in the tribe. That's what it is. Got a whole stage written. If you get my Friday emails, that's pretty much what my book's going to be like. It'll be telling you there'll be no holding back. They'll be making you own your excuses. And it might be a bit uncomfortable reading, but hopefully there'll be a few laughs in it as well. Like the time when Simon and I were snogging in 1987 in his Mark II Escort and we clashed tooth enamel. You know when you do that when you're young. And I looked across over the road and there was something running across the road. And I said, what the heck's that? He went, it's a hedgehog. I said, but it's running. He said, and? I said, but hedgehogs don't have legs. I just thought they were balls. Until I was 17, I honestly thought hedgehogs just rolled everywhere. How did the manager in Norfolk? It could have finished with me then. It was our first snog that night in a car after work. I tell you, it could have ended it then. Oh, I don't know why I'm even telling you that. So if anybody else doesn't know hedgehogs have legs, please do share the video. So my goal that I'm going to focus on, I'm going to do a video into Andy's group about this, isn't the book, because I'm going to do that. But I feel if I go and try and do all these things now, well, I'm feeling just that'll do. My results will be that'll do. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to get rid of this. And I don't usually talk about weight and measure stuff in weight. I measure on how you feel. So it's quite unusual for me because I'm only using it as a measure. So let me tell you what I've written down. I am going, my number one goal is to weigh 10 stone 13. Now, it's a bit of a tricky one. So I'm not, but I'm not bothered if I don't do it. I don't do it. I'll have a good go. And I'll just give myself another 2 or 3 weeks. By the end of October, 10, 13. And with me at my absolute leanness, I was about between 10 and 10 and a half stone about 5 years ago, between 10, 10 and a half stone, or 6 years ago. And then I went up a lot and a lot more because I got depressed. And now I've come back down a lot. And I'm about in between. I'm slightly more towards my leaner, believe it or not, although menopause wouldn't let you think that. So it's no good just saying that. I've got to say what I'm going to do. So by the end of October, and then I want to maintain it through November. So if I haven't got it, I've got to the end of November to do it. So I'll put that caveat in to be sensible. And I'm not going to do a diet. My main thing is I just want to be arsed. I don't just want to leave it to chance. I want to be arsed. But I've already got a lot of good stuff in place. I'm running 3 times a week, and I got a bit out of the habit with that occasionally. So I'm going to commit Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which I've done this week, doing my 5K app. I'm going to walk on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, which I do anyway. I always walk when I don't run. So I'll get out every morning doing something because that's just what gives me peace and I love it. So, and if I don't have time, I'll get up earlier. And I have let a lot of my early morning walks go over the summer. I've hardly seen any sunrises, which is so unusual for me. So, because I walked later in the day, I've walked at 8 o'clock instead of 5:30 or 5 o'clock, or, I've just walked late. Sometimes I've not walked till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It all leaves me feeling a little bit, not like it. A bit, fly by night, that'll do. That's what I've had on my head because I've had, it's a lot dealing with work and the children going away. And so I'm not beating myself up about it. So don't have a go at me for that. I'm really not. It's just how it's been and it's what I felt I've needed to do. But I feel ready to give it some oomph. And so I'm walking. I'm going to spin on Tuesday and Thursday, the days that I'm walking, because I don't see walking because I've got a dog. Well, I don't really see walking as exercise, which is a nonsense, isn't it? Because I enjoy it so much. But obviously getting on a spinning bike for half an hour is going to be hard. But I love the way it makes me feel. So I'm going to do that on a Tuesday and Thursday. And I've got this little body weight routine that I do using some free apps on the stuff. And if you're in my tribe, you'll know about them. So I will do those 5 days a week. I've just done them now when I got home from a run. I've just done them. They only take 15, 20 minutes. And I'll carry on with my Qigong that I'm doing. I know it sounds like I'm doing a lot, but I'd rather do a lot than do a lot of fuck all. It's as simple as that. When I'm not doing a lot, I do a lot of sweet FA and I just work. So how's that going to serve me? You get the naysayers going, oh, you're obsessed. It's too much. Oh, give your body a rest. Your body needs to rest. No, it doesn't. Your body only needs to rest when it's really tired because you've worked it, or if you're poorly. It doesn't need to rest all day. You thinking it does. And because you don't do anything, that's when you get even more tired. Simon's phone's going. And I'm going to carry on with a meditation. I have got into meditation properly for the first time in my life, just 10 minutes. As soon as I wake up, I get dressed and I sit back in a chair and I do it 10 minutes. And the stuff I'm learning about meditation just takes the pressure off. I mean, this is about 20 videos in this video, but I might, next week, I'll pick each subject if you want, and I'll just break them down. But my meditation, and all I can tell you is my experience. I'm not a coach. I'm not I just do stuff myself. And I like when I read these books. That's why I love to read, because I love to pass it on to you. And then if you want to read it, you can. But the meditation, the pressure it's taken away, this thing I'm doing, that you don't have to sit there and try and clear your mind. You sit there comfy as if you're going to watch Netflix. And if you think about what you're going to do next Tuesday, when your auntie comes to visit and you really wish she wasn't, if that's all you think about in your meditation, you're winning because you've shown up and given it a go. And there's only 3 things you can do in meditation. You can either have thoughts, between 60 and 80,000 thoughts a day we get, whether we like it or not. So they're coming for you, whether you like it or not. So why do we give ourselves grief? So you either have thoughts, you either fall asleep, or you find stillness. And each one is right. So one isn't better than the other. So if you just go and sit and meditate for 10 minutes and all you do is blah, 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 it doesn't matter. And that's taken huge pressure off. So I do 2 lots of 10 minutes a day. Sometimes forget the afternoon one about 6 o'clock. I sometimes forget that, but I always doing it in the morning. So I'm going to carry on with that. I'm going to do my whole food plant-based still, no fake meat. Occasionally I'll have a steak if I go out. I'll still have ice cream. You know, so I don't want to be too strict on myself, but I'm not doing a diet. I'm going to use my Gusto plant-based meals 4 times a week. I'm going to make myself, and this is in my goal sheet, do 1 new recipe a week. What do you use? Just Google forks over knives. I subscribe to their email. There's another top tip for you. So those who are interested in being plant-based or vegan, forks over knives. The amount of it, I get an email every week and it's got so much information on so many brilliant recipes and it's free. So much free stuff out there, I tell you. So that's a top tip for you. I'm going to up it to 3 litres of water. That's going to be a thing I want to do. I'll talk about all this in the tribe maybe on Monday as well. And what's that one? Yes, and do you know what my must is? They're all things that I'm going to try and do and focus on. And I now say try, I don't like try, but they're the things I'm going to do. But do you know the one thing I'm not going to fail on, because it's a measure of my mindset, is every day I'm going to do 2 lots of 30 minutes reading on self-development books, because I've got literally loads of them. 2 lots a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. I will have a caveat where if I just can only do one day, that is absolutely fine. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But I know if I'm making the effort to do that and I do it, I'm going to be a little bit chuffed with myself, because for 3 years I've been wanting to do it. How long have I been saying in the tribe we should read more? And I still don't do it because I'm not focusing on it. I just keep saying it, like rolling off your tongue like some bollocky bullshit that I believe, you know. So, I think Instagram have gone. It's ended. How rude. Sorry, Instagram. But so hello, YouTube, if you're still there. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it every day. And I know if I do that, I'll be a little bit chuffed with myself. I'm going to have a juice this morning because I love a juice. But yeah, so that's my plan. That's my focus. And tribe, you'll recognise this. Do you know what? This ACE Move More, some of them use this, some of them don't. There's loads of resources in there. None of them are, you have to do it. They're all optional. You do what you want. You know, let me tell you now, the tribe, it's only 29 quid a month, no contract. So it's not one-to-one training, you know. So I can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink and all that lot. So I make you do the bloody work. So it's up to you whether you do these, but a lot of them use it. I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to fill it in with my running on, with my spinning on, with my Qigong on. I love my Qigong. I joined somebody's membership. That's 29 quid a month as well. And it's just, and I tell you, it shows how bloody good mine is. All you do is get 3 Qigong classes a week. And that's it. In his membership. I bet he doesn't have a Move More sheet. And an accountability sheet and a mindset coach and a yoga teacher and all that. But yeah, no, I'm loving it. I never thought I'd like, but again, it's me slowing down to counteract all the other stuff I do. So that's it. So I just want to ask you, what do you want to focus on? Just think of one thing. It could be a big thing. It could be a small to-do thing that you get rid of quickly. You know, but what's the one thing? Because I know when I'm where I want to be physically, it's going to help me mentally, and then I'm going to smash that book out. I tell you, I'm going to just, once I've got this done, my next one thing, I'm committing now, my next one thing is to finish writing my book. because I'm feeling great. I'm not going to go, oh, I feel awful. Oh, I feel sluggish. Oh, I feel tired. Oh, my clothes don't fit. Oh, my Hessian shopper's bigger than it should be. Oh, I can feel my armpit fat when I'm running. I don't want all that. I know, yeah, we have to deal with a bit more being menopausal, but we can give it a damn good go. I'm going to carry on my drumming. I went there last night. I loved it. It's so joyful. It is so joyful. So I fall asleep when I'm reading. I really do, Annie. That's the one trouble I have. I only did 20 minutes yesterday before I started nodding, but I didn't judge myself. I just left it and did 20 minutes. But the fact is that you're doing it to show up. Because I've said, Fraser, I can't read because I fall asleep. So I thought if I fall asleep, I'll stop before I fall asleep. And if I've done 15 minutes, it's 15 minutes more than I would have done. So I hope you've found a bit of inspiration in that. It's probably stressed you out because of everything I'm doing. But we're all different. Yours might just be, I'm going to go walking 3 times a week. And that could be a massive improvement for you. Now, me going walking 3 times a week could be a massive step backwards. But we're all different. That doesn't make me better than you. It just makes my focus different to yours. You could be fluent in 4 languages and play the piano to grade 8. I can say, turn your droit le commissariat, you know, syndicat d'initiative. That's all I can say in French. Je m'appelle Sally. Or I can do a bit of German as well. Das ist doch nicht möglich. And I can play chopsticks on the piano. That's all I can do. But we'll see. We all have different things that we focus on. So what's your focus? Cretina, get in. Just downloaded the book. Just downloaded it. Just one thing. Gets quite deep. And you've got to do it. It's like a workbook. So give it a go, Tina. And what's Tina? Let me ask you now. I'll call you by your Sunday name, Christina. She's in the tribe. She's ace. So what's going to be your one thing, Christina? What is it? What is going to be your one thing? Doesn't it feel nice when you take all the pressure off everything else? Because people say, oh, I don't just have one thing. I can't just have one thing. I've got loads of things. Yes, you do have. But how many are you actually doing? None. Usually, none of us are doing any of them, hardly. The majority of us. I mean, I tend to be always doing something. Ellen, bless you, can you order your book? No, not yet. It's still all stuck on the wardrobe in Post-it notes. And it's half of it's in the Scrivener app. There's going to be 5 stages of it. And it's not going to be one of these tiny little books, I'm afraid. I might have to put it into 3 books because, you know, I like to go on. But, yeah, I'll certainly let you know. It will be a while yet. But somebody's just reading it for me. And then I'm going to send it to Penguin because I went to see Penguin on the book course did 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And I had to do a presentation about my book. And I told them what it was going to be about. And I had 20,000 followers at the time on Facebook. I've got over 60,000 now on this page. And so please do share it. It makes a huge difference. And one of the head editors was there. And I did my presentation. And I just said, you know, told them about the Get Over Yourself community. I told them about you lot and the results some of you get all because people think they need to be on diets and counting points and they don't. You don't have to do any of it. You just have to find ways to feel good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, you're likely to do more action. Oh, thank you, Si. Service. Now that'll be carrot, beetroot, apple, and is it lime? That's all we've got in. I just looked in the veg drawer, a few scabby carrots, a half-eaten beetroot. Look at that. Oh my God. That is bloody delicious. Oh, and then I'm going to have some porridge. So if you want, do you want me to share my whole month's? I don't mind sharing it all with you, what I'm doing. You know, what I'm doing, what books I'm reading, what juices I'm drinking, what meals I'm having. I won't share it all. Laura, please can we be your first script readers? But yeah, I know the tribe lot are dying for it. But so that's it. That's what I'm going to be doing. So focus on one thing. Don't use the whole thing that, oh, I never do. I've got too much to do. I can't cope with anything else. Unless you're feeling absolutely bloody marvellous, then do something about it. And let's just get focusing. Come on, so I'm focusing. I know it sounds superficial. It's not like me to focus on, but I'm doing it for a different reason. I'm not focusing on weight to get in my jeans. I sincerely am not. I will get in my jeans if I get down to 10, 13, because I know what that feels like. And I think I'll look a bit different because obviously menopause, I'm not bothered about that. I think I'll look a bit baggier than I used to do 6 years ago. But there's nothing I can do about that. Why I want to get to 10, 13 is I want a rocket up my arse to finish my book. And I know if I'm happier in my own skin, and yeah, don't get on me about the self-love. You should love yourself as you do now. I do. I'm all right. But I just want that feeling of superpower to get through everything else. And that's why I want to do it. All right, then. Right. Yeah, so juice idea. This is, don't worry about the quantities. Fresh raw beetroot, maybe one, a couple of carrots and a couple of apples and some lime. Shove it all through the juicer. Cheers. It's delicious. Please do share. It makes such a difference when you share it. Instagram have gone. Look at that. So Tina says, my thing is to continue to set my coaching business, but like you with the book, I need to focus on my body. So I'm going largely plant-based and aim to lose a stone by Christmas. Brilliant. Well, write down how you're going to do it. Because just saying you're going to lose a stone by Christmas, it won't happen. You've literally write down how you're going to do it, what you're going to do next week, how you're going to move your body, you know, what you're going to be eating. Tina, you're in the tribe. So do you know what, Tina? This is a little challenge for you. Go and print out a Move More post in the tribe and get filling it in. It doesn't matter if you don't stick to it 100%, but it will give you focus. When you're going to go out walking, when you're going to do some of the workouts in the tribe, when you're going to, you know, read, when you're going to, you know, put your drinking water on every day and then tick it off as you're doing it. I'll show you mine when I've done it. So, yes, so I'll finish on by saying the tribe does open just for 2 days. I will always do free content. You know, I know I perhaps shouldn't say that, but I do. I will always do free. I'll always do videos like this. I always have done for the 6 years 7 years I've been running Get Over Yourself. There'll still be free challenges on here. But if you want a lot more intense, and I do a live every Monday morning. And Marie Pritchard, who's on here, she's been a member from the beginning. She's just marvellous, honestly. And I've met her a few times. And she says the £29 a month is worth it just for my one Monday live every Monday morning at 6:30. She goes, even if there was nothing else in it, it's worth it just for that. But there's absolutely shitloads more, I tell you. All right, then. Have a great, great day. I'll be on live with Edwina tomorrow. Please join me live because I'm going to take the piss out of her big time because she dropped a clanger. She dropped a clanger on Radio Lancashire. It was really quite funny. So Tina's doing it. Go and get that Move More post done. All right, and I'll put the link on. I don't know. Oh, I can put a... Oh. No, I've put the wrong thing on. I don't know what the link is. Look at me, I'm professional setup. So I'll come back in the blurb and put the link on. If you want the link to join the Jan, I'm going to message you. I saw you very briefly as I was putting on the thing this morning. I had to scroll past it, but I just saw that view in that sky. You'd have been walking up there. So what was I going to say? I've forgotten already. I've forgotten what I was going to say. And now it's 5 to 10. I've got a session with Ruth at 10 o'clock. Bloody hell. Yeah, so I'll see you Saturday morning. And come on, think of your focus. For next week, when I come back on Monday, I want you to have thought, what might your number one focus be? All right then. Lots of love. Bye.